Hello there, Tankster here. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we're doing a Yu-Gi-Oh video. I was warned a while back while I was looking at the Yu-Gi-Oh videos. It's not worth going ahead and relearning the game. But here it is. Here I am, relearning the game. It is very torturous. But let's not waste any time here. Not now, anyways. I do have a surprise game in hand to show you, so I will go ahead and leave in the time description where to go ahead and go for that, so that way you can just go ahead and skip right to the prize. But I do want to go ahead and give a little history with me being a Yu-Gi-Oh in general. I've kept up with Yu-Gi-Oh ever since the game came out. I didn't really buy any cards until years later, though, however, as my parents were not into Yu-Gi-Oh! And they refused to go ahead and provide support for me as far as that's concerned. The only experience I got was when people decided to go ahead and give me their cards because they didn't want anything to do with it anymore. So I would pretty much use just about whatever was given to me, whether it be a deck of all fusions, a deck of just spells and trap cards, or even fake cards too. I was just that desperate in trying to get into the game. It would last for a few years. It wouldn't be until about 2009, I want to say. I was still getting hand-me-down cards, but they decided to go ahead and hand me the Gravekeepers deck. I have not looked back since. That is the main archetype that I use, and to this day, I'm gonna go ahead and keep on with that archetype. As far as competitive play is concerned, I'm straight being. I am a beginner. I'm casual. I have never done competitive before. I have faced competitive players, but I usually lose. That's just the bottom line. So while I don't really play as much anymore, so while I really don't play outside of this game anymore, I just decided to go ahead and take a look at Gravekeepers again, simply because I remember a few years back when I was building back up in 2016 for Gravekeepers. I seen a fusion card and some other Gravekeepers supports that I thought was actually fake, but I never really took the time to go ahead and research that. So with that being said, that is really my reason for going to Master Duels. I'm out of curiosity. I just want to see where Gravekeepers were in general. This is my lovely Gravekeepers deck that I have put together. It is very casual, and I don't expect it to have any sort of consistency whatsoever. But anyways, looking at the support cards, I am pretty much impressed with what the deck can do now. Their lockdown game has gotten a lot scarier. You have about 2 different ways of negating effects to be activated in the grave. You had 2 different ways of searching for certain Necro Valley cards or Gravekeeper cards. You have 2 different ways of protecting Necro Valley itself. And it is even got to the point where they have a spell card to go ahead and keep people from special summoning anything but Gravekeepers monsters. It's nuts. But what the deck is now known most for, besides Necro Valley, is they have such power that they have. It's decent compared to the other decks that are out there today. They're not great. It's decent though. I do have a few other cards to go ahead and help the deck a bit. First is Ash Blossom. Well, everyone knows about her because it's used in every deck almost. And when I first started this game again, this is what the system told me to go ahead and grab and place in the deck. So here we are. Second is Inari Fire. This I'm using this card to go ahead and help me with XYC summoning. You can go ahead and special summon this wherever there is a spellcaster on your side of the field, and since Gravekeepers are spellcasters, well, it works well. It works well with the deck where I'm trying to go ahead and exceed summon for level 4. And should they decide to go ahead and nuke it with a card effect, next turn it could just come back with as a defensive monster. You can only deal with this by either battering it or just banishing it. Period. And then the last card that I had to go ahead and help out a bit is Malefic Stardust Dragon. It's just there just go as an added Nika value protection. That's all that is. I do want to go ahead and answer the question. Can Gravekeepers keep up with the current decks? No. You could go ahead and win duels with Gravekeepers, but only if you're going first. But as far as keeping up, that's a definite no. Like I said, I don't expect this deck to be consistent, but if you go ahead and if you go ahead and look at the cards, you can pretty much tell that there's several problems with this. First off, the way the support cards are made, like, I wish I could go ahead and such Gravekeeper cards like Sun decks like Tailmits does, but I guess it's fair the way the devs did it, because if Gravekeepers were able to do what Tailmits does and Snake Eyes does and the other cards that the other decks start being used, I'm pretty sure they'll be broken, and I'm pretty sure they'll be broken on top of keeping an eye on people's graveyards. So kudos to them for making it the way they were, but because of how they're made, most of this stuff is just going to get negated. The cards, all the cards need to go. Majority of the cards need to go ahead and hit the field for effects to activate. If it's a flip effect monster, you can nuke it. Nobleman, and there are some other cards that are like super restrictive. Nobleman's one of them. You need an opponent's monster attacking you. You don't need your own monster attacking you. You need an opponent's monster attacking you. You got other people that could go ahead. And ram something like Sangin to go ahead and purposely destroy it just to go ahead and get a such card. You can't do that with Nobleman. Even if you go ahead and try to do it legit, you could just go ahead and pop this. You could go ahead and pop it just about any card, and their effects don't go off, and there's not really much you can do about it. The only one that seems to be able to get away with it is Recruiter, and even then, Call the Dead exists, Ash Blossom exists. This deck used to go ahead and be able to go and lock out zombies. It used to be a counter to zombies. Zombies has gotten to a point where if you go ahead and build a good zombie deck, it can OTK. Dark Worlds, Gravekeepers, Russ matchup. That deck can OTK. You got many other old school decks that has gotten their old support and now is able to OTK. Gravekeepers is just not there. Gravekeepers is just not there. Besides them having a slightly below than average search power, they are horrible when it comes to getting them monsters quickly out on the field. You usually need tons for that. So I have gotten to silver with just this deck. I'm going to see how high I can push this season. But eventually, I am going to need some help. Because what I want to do eventually is split the deck into two. I want an actual competitive deck for Gravekeepers where I can just go ahead and get my best cards out and keep the search going. That's for one side, and I want a Gravekeepers Burn deck on the other side. Vassal has gotten me that ideal of creating a Burn deck. I have some slight ideas of what I want to be in the deck in order for this one deck to be successful, but I'm gonna need help when when it comes time for me to go ahead and create these decks. Because to tell you the truth, me coming back, I don't know exactly what the heck I need. I don't link summon. I don't know anything about link monsters. Gravekeepers do have their own hand traps, but I think it's just outdated. Charmless Body prevents Gravekeepers from being destroyed by battle. Thing is, half of the time, this works if they're not nuking cards off the field out of battle, and that's what most people go for, anyways, especially the TCG players. There's another card, Watcher. Where is he? I can't find him. Yeah, I'm going blind. Forgive me. Watcher protects the hand from being discarded. Thing is, most people usually go ahead and use a discard as a cost. So hands are not usually being targeted. Fields are targeted, graveyards are targeted, and sometimes they don't even let you go ahead and use the graveyard. So Watcher, I think, it's just been outdated completely. I don't know what you can actually do with this card. And then the beatdown monsters, Oracle, Visionary. Yeah, those are two powerful cards, and Visionary, once it's on the field, is even hard to get off. Or you can just go ahead and Vic Valor and call it a day. So I'm not exactly sure what's needed for Gravekeepers to go ahead and keep up with them. Maybe some of you guys that have a Gravekeepers deck can go ahead and tell me the secret sauce to go ahead and use in this deck. But yeah, I do have a surprise though, cause it was funny when I went ahead, drew the cards, didn't exactly play the turn right, but then a deck surrendered because I prevented them from summoning on their first turn. Special summoning anyways. So I want to go ahead and give you... Here's my surprise. I want to go ahead and give you the hand that's needed to go ahead and force people that relies on special summoning to scoop. Like, this hand is vulnerable. Like, you need either a dark hole, you need something like a dark hole or a heavy storm to go ahead and take care of this. To take care of the hand that I'm about to show you. And if they don't have it, they may have no choice but to scoop. And if they rely on special summoning, they may have no choice but to scoop. I'm at a loss for words. I guess that's all I have to say. But yeah, let me go ahead and show you before y'all go ahead and call it a day. Anywho, take care. More videos to come regarding Gravekeepers. Peace.